It's the end of the week, and so it's time to take out the trash. Oh boy, it's been a garbagey week. Viviana, who is your garbage person of the week?
I had to pick somebody that would surprise you, John, because I was sick of nominating Marjorie Taylor Greene. She needed a break. So I went for real-time Mr. Bill Maher. Mr. Bill Maher was interviewed by Jake Tapper of CNN recently, where he went on to say that there's a difference between being woke and being liberal, and then the trans rights activists are asking for too much. And this is the problem I have with that is, people like my parents watch Bill Maher. He has an older skewing audience. And this is, new information for a lot of us. Even me, learning about gender identity is new. I have to receive the information. I have to be educated on it. And we don't need people like Bill Maher, who claim to be liberal, who claim to be progressive, spewing hate, which Bill has been known to do from time to time in the several last decades. So I think it's time for Bill Maher to be taken out of the trash, not actually.
To the garbage. We're not calling for the no.
The trash taken out, which is Bill Maher.
Exactly. Anyway, so I think we have a video of that, right? Okay, why don't we jump to Bill Maher? We'll demonstrate.
I think the trans community is asking for too much. Again, the difference between liberal and woke. And it's not wrong to have this discussion. This is something that's very new. Yeah. It's not to shut down debate with these words like phobia. You're phobic and you hate. We don't hate. There's no hate. It's not phobic. We're not afraid. We're just discussing something very new that involves children. And what these interventions you're making have repercussions for the entire rest of their lives. And they're about their health, which I think should come first.
What does he feel about circumcision?
I don't know, honestly. I don't bring that up. The chat will go crazy. So I cannot tell you how much I despise what he says there, including, by the way, his defenses, which to some people might sound somewhat reasonable. So when he says, I'm not phobic, I don't hate. You think that makes it better? You think that your wild indifference to people's rights being eliminated and them being shoved in the shadows is better than that being the result of active hate? Why would that be better? Like, honestly, I want you at least on one side. Again, I don't speak for the community, obviously, but as a person who comments on this, I'd like you to take a side maybe, but just be like, whatever. And then to do so much PR work for the right wing to be like, well, this is just wild new stuff. First of all, none of this is new. I don't know why this is new to you. You have the privilege, I guess, to have never had to think about this before. But we're just talking about stuff that affects kids. No, we are very much not. The bills that are passing in states around the country do not just affect children. It would be enough if they did, but it doesn't. These procedures are being banned and advocated to be banned in other states for literally everyone. 95-year-olds are not gonna have the choice to engage in some of these sorts of procedures. So again, maybe he doesn't know that. He talks constantly about this. He doesn't seem curious enough to actually talk to anyone who's been affected by these sorts of bans. And so I just hate his commentary on it so much. Great pick, Viviana.
Thank you. Yeah, he shuts down many guests that come on his show. So it's so ironic for me to say that they don't, they shut down the discussion. You shut down the discussion on your own guests. They make a point and he goes, well, it was nice to have you here. And then he just lets them go. And it's like, this guy, he needs to retire.
Yeah, look, it's being older or whatever does not mean that you have to just, like become hardened and not learn or develop past that point or whatever. It doesn't, but he has chosen to. He doesn't want to learn.
More conservative, even with Trump being in office. He said a lot of things. The only thing that he's very progressive about is smoking weed. That's his one hill that he stands on about being liberal. Exactly. Everything else is pretty conservative.